Let's touch on the Marlon Wayans interview with Shannon Sharp.
Marvin Gaye, Tyrese in the building.
Okay, my bad. Marlon Wayans interview with Shannon Sharp. I feel like he touched on so much in that interview that I really want to get into. But the main thing I really want to talk about is the TV shifting to streaming more than it, how the TV.
Oh, we were talking about syndication and shit?
Yeah, how that's changed. Syndication is dead. Yeah. I really want to talk about that because I feel like that's like such a big conversation now. How we're getting 8-episode seasons, 10-episode seasons.
And then you gotta wait.
You gotta wait
for
2 years for another season to come out. I feel like
that's intentional.
Yeah, and I really like what he was saying where like Netflix was doing so well or Hulu was doing all this and everybody felt like they had to jump on the wave, and instead of like let them have their lane, we got our lane. We can still do what we do. They can everybody can eat. I just feel like how the world is going, he was even touching on it, everybody feels like they're in competition with each other. They got to do what you do better. I got to copy you.
It's all out of greed. Them companies really saw Netflix making money and getting customers and shit, and they're like, damn, let's do something just like that. Instead of, like he said, being like, you know what, this is what y'all do, let's do us. That. Y'all do y'all, you feel me?
And it's crazy because, like, I feel like we could have both. Like, we don't have to just have that, And I think that's even happening in the sports world. Sports are starting to go to these streaming services. They don't even be on cable. They was what was the thing? Something was just Peacock. A football game was just on. It wasn't even on cable. It was just on Peacock. Like that, I just think that's insane. Like
that's the new world. So, do either of you understand what syndication is?
Yeah, isn't it like when you film a bunch of episodes,
and then you start after a couple years, you sell them off to regional networks or something?
So syndication basically means once you get to 100 episodes, they have to pay you for reruns, like what you're getting paid when you work on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So you get paid for reruns now, but if it hits syndication, you're getting paid like you're still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So 100 episodes is the goal.
That's when they start showing it on different channels too, right?
Yes, like when Martin is on BET or VH1. That's because Martin is syndicated. Mm-hmm. The Wayans, so basically.
Et cetera.
Another thing Marlon did not touch in that session with Shannon Sharp is that their deal with the Wayans brothers show, I believe the syndication was, they set it to 110 episodes. And then when they got to 101 episode, they got canceled.
The show? That's crazy.
That's why
the
Wayans, his original show.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
That's why you see shows like Girlfriends didn't get an ending. A lot of black shows back in the day
didn't get proper
right endings.
Before you're about to get that money, and that's insane.
Yes.
That's insane.
That's why now on streamers they don't really count syndication because it's on Netflix, it's on Hulu, it's on Prime. Who got shot? So,
hey, what was that my first thought too? Though I'm not gonna lie, it was a firecracker.
But that's why. But that's also why they stretch shows out. 2-3 years to give us 8 episodes, 2 years to give us 10 episodes. Shows used to give us 15-20 episodes, so by the time you got to season 5 you syndicated. The people who did Friends, the Modern Families, the Frasers, the Seinfelds, they never got to work again as long as they live.
Man, no cap. Hey. And it's crazy too because even when I be hearing about their salary sometimes, I'm like, damn, that was crazy.
Bro, 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen, you know what he used to make $1 million an episode. $1 million an episode.
The little kid was getting $250 episode.
Yes, like what?
Yes.
The dudes from Seinfeld, I think he was talking about, and especially when they renegotiate, he was saying that, like he was saying him and his co-hosts or co-workers or whatever, other people on the show, they did the math and everything, and they came back and they were like, listen, we're worth to this show $1 million an episode.
Yeah.
And they got that shit.
Because what happens is, they realize, no, we're making way too much money to let y'all go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, but when you have Martin, and then after Martin, the Jamie Foxx show happens, and all these other black comedians is popping up with their show. They're like, "Oh, we ain't gotta pay y'all. Y'all replaceable."
It's like literally everybody could do this.
What did Marlon say? His family left in Living Color, the show that Keenan created,
went down,
and they said, "Oh, you know what? We'll get another black person. Let's go get Chris Rock, and the show died.
You can
even when he was talking about Scary Movie.
Yeah,
Scary Movie, same thing.
And the thing is,
they wanted to do it without him, and it fell off.
Stole their script they stole their idea for one of the movies for three, and they got away with that one.
Yeah,
I like 3.
Then he said,
I don't remember 3.
I don't remember 3 either.
Or 4.
3. So 3 can't mess with the first 2. But when I found out that they fired the Wayans or the Wayans left 3, I was like, I didn't even notice. But after that, they were so bad. But now I'm realizing, okay, 3 was tolerable because they had the guideline of the Wayans. Exactly. Yeah. And people will be wondering, Ice Cube, where's Friday? It's the same situation.
Yeah,
Ice Cube doesn't. You got to know as a creator, like Tyler Perry did this perfectly. Tyler Perry did deals with studios to do his movies, but he never sold his IP. He always owned the character Medea.
Tyler Perry. Yeah. That's what I love about Tyler Perry. Not why
they didn't know. They didn't know that they were supposed to just do a distribution deal and not sell the IP. Like now, they own White Chicks. They own Haunted House.
Wait.
Everything they can.
Do they own the White? Because he was talking about. Because they were talking about the sequel, and he was talking about if they were to do it, he would want to do it the right way. Because you know how a lot of these sequels years later, and it's bullshit.
They own the rights to White Chicks, but the problem is that White Chicks cost a lot of money. It's not worth it for the Wayans to put their money up with $1 billion studio
for it.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Because like Marlon said, they realistically want 50 or 60 million to film that movie. Now they probably don't have 50 or 60 million just sitting around liquid to throw into a movie.
Money for that. Never
you can,
but you don't. It's not smart.
That's
not smart.
Like Tyler Perry uses his money now. But he doesn't do $60 million budgets either.
Yeah, it's not smart to do that. So
and that's what Ice Cube is going through. He doesn't own Friday. He doesn't own Barbershop. Ice Cube's been trying to make Friday for 15 years, and New Line kept telling him, "Hey, this script ain't working. This script ain't working. This script ain't working." Now everybody's dying.
Going to die, and all these
John died. Debo died. Ezell died. Like a lot of important people died. So it's like you gotta respect the black art.
There's really no point in making it. Let it be the classics it was.
If they ever do it, it has to be from the perspective of them gathering for Pop's funeral.
Yeah,
that is the only way it works now. Because that can be funny as shit.
It could be. Now, what's you guys' thoughts on TV? Like what's the word I want to use? The state of TV. The state of television, like how shows are doing these 10-episode, 8-episode seasons. Do you guys like that format, or do you feel like we should go back to what it used to be, where we had maybe 20, 30 episode seasons, maybe? Like, do you think we should go back to that format, or do you like the 8, 10 episode seasons and maybe speed up the process of how fast we get the seasons? Because I think there's
the problem with that is. Before, when it was like a 20-episode season, it's over the span of like 25 weeks maybe. Now when they give us whatever amount of episodes it is, if they give it to us, it's binge watchable.
Yeah.
So now instead of it being 20, like, okay, think about it. If I wait 25 weeks to the end, then I only got to wait a couple weeks till the new season come out. They probably already filmed it and everything's done. But now it's like it drops. I watched the whole season in 2 days, and now it's like. They don't even know if they even want to make season 2 yet. You know what I mean?
The way they distribute it is the problem.
And I think if they did it like if we dropped the 10-episode season, you need to have that next season like filmed, like you're not in the process of filming, maybe in the process of filming, or already have it filmed to where it's in production and it's being ready to be rolled out. Like maybe the end of the year. I feel like 2 seasons, 1 year is the formula. Low key, I don't know. But Cam, what are you going to say?
How about this? It depends on what TV format we're checking for. Because network TV is still 20 episodes. The All-Americans, the 911s.
Like 8 episodes, 10 episodes.
No, All-American, what they do is they do the old school format. But All-American gives you 18 episodes. What they do is they give you the old school format of they're filming give you the first 9, and while they're giving you the first 9, they're writing and editing and filming the rest of the season.
Well,
go like on a break,
like
give you the back end. That's why they only take short breaks. Exactly. That's the format of network television. On cable, they give you 10 to 13. Like The Sopranos was only giving you 13. The Wire was giving you 10. Entourage would give you 8 to 12. Insecure never passed 8.
Bigger budget. Bigger budgets per episode, I think. That's why they were
also less people were watching it.
Yeah, that too.
Less people
because it was on like HBO and shit and like the special channels.
So it's cable versus network.
Turnaround for the next season.
It was. Let me see. I got The Sopranos in front of me. Season 1 of The Sopranos ended on April 4th, 1999, and season 2 started January 16th, 2000. So that's 8 months. That's not that bad.
I think that's if I don't have to wait if I wait a year, I'll be fine with that. But a lot of these seasons will end and they haven't even started writing the next season.
Yeah.
And I have to wait 2 years.
I have 2 problems.
And I don't even care about it. Like, for example, Euphoria.
Hey, not too much now. They still paying me.
I get it. We got 2 seasons of Euphoria, and it's been like 10 years. Like, literally. I'm not even.
It's
joking.
funny.
It's to the point where if they come back, what is it gonna look like?
Everybody's gonna be old. Like they're all like they gotta go. They gotta do a time. One of the characters.
We filmed season 2. We filmed season 2 3 years ago.
Damn. That is insane.
It's been 3 years.
That is insane.
It's been 3 years since we filmed season 2.
That is actually.
So it's crazy because I was talking to my agent about that, and it's nuts because it's like that's what I also think about. I have 2 problems with TV now is because streamers are taking the cable format and not the network format. Streamers are giving you 10 episodes and saying, all right, y'all got to wait now because most of the streamers come from HBO, from Star.
I was going to say, that's the ones doing most of the streaming.
That's what it is. So they're taking that format. Disney Plus, they're doing the same format. And what happens is...
Don't even get me started on Disney Plus.
They either give you the entire season up front, like you said, you watch it all in 2 days, 3 days.
I genuinely hate
or
that.
They do what Bel Air just did. Bel Air gave us 3 episodes.
That might have been worse.
They gave us 3 episodes.
That might have been
3
worse. Episodes,
2 episodes, 2 episodes. So now you got 10 episodes in 1 month, and you got to wait a year for them to come back.
Now my thing, Bel Air did it when they first came out. They did 3 episodes for the first one, and then the rest were weekly basis. I get that when you're a new show and you got to build a fan base, you got to get me to like you. You feel me? I get that. But once you're already established and you don't have to get my attention, do 1 episode. Like Bel Air just came out. I swear to you, it came out what, like
August,
6 weeks, 5 weeks ago, August, beginning of August. It's already over. I didn't even watch it yet because I didn't like the way they did it. I didn't even have time to catch up. And to see
if you're gonna do that, give us more episodes.
That's what I'm saying. It's just it's such a stupid thing because you can't even keep you can't even keep the audience engaged. You can't and then for example when Invincible was coming out, they did a mid-season break. So it was 4 episodes and then they did a mid-season break for like a year. And then they came back with 4 more episodes, and it's over. And now they haven't even filmed the next season, and we're waiting this long to get the. It's so it's so dumb.
Mid-season breaks only work if you get multiple, like a lot of episodes.
You have to,
like Power Book Ghost did 5 episodes, a 2-month break, 5 more. I don't like that.
2 months not bad.
I don't like that because it's like
I agree.
Give us 8 like the Shy gave us 8 episodes. They took like a 4-month break and gave us 8 more.
What are you taking a break for? My thing is,
I agree. What are you taking a break for?
You're just doing it to
stretch
time. You're killing the hype on your show.
Now, I'll tell you why the Shy did it. The Shy did it because while they were airing the first half of season 6, they were filming the second half of season 6.
That is the exception.
When they were airing the second half of season 6, they were filming the season 7, and they're still filming 7 now.
To be able to drop your next season to where
that's what Empire did.
And I think
Empire seemed like it was always on TV.
And I think you feel me. Like All American is one.
Empire
show,
was a good time.
All American,
man, it was amazing show.
No, the way I love the way All American
I still think about that shit to this day, man.
Because I followed some of the cast of All American. It always seemed like they were filming or they was promoting the season that's going, and then they were filming, and then they keep promoting. You know, like it actually felt like All American was always out. So
you know who does that? This guy works his people so much, he should be in jail. Tyler Perry.
Oh yeah, Tyler Perry always seems like he has something coming out.
Do you know how long it took Euphoria? Not even just Euphoria, but since that's what I was on, I know the process. Euphoria and Vince Staples show. They filmed an episode a week. Most streamers, cable platforms do an episode a week.
I like that.
This motherfucker Tyler Perry do an episode a day.
That's insane. That's insane.
You know how many pages his episodes are 60 pages.
Yeah,
he comes from the plays though. That's
and I was seeing something,
and he's spending his own money.
Money. And Tyler Perry,
you get 2 takes.
Yeah, and I was seeing where Tyler Perry was talking about how he had to learn to let himself get help from other people instead of trying to do it all by himself and everything, and how he's picky about it.
Because do you know why he's like that? Because when he would get money from studios back in the day, it would be like, okay, we'll finance you, but we're not gonna give you any producers or directors or you know what I'm saying. One, he's from the plays, so he's hands on, but also nobody wanted to work with him. Yeah. It was just like, man, we just gonna make money off of you, and you. But now that he don't need them, now they want to. Oh, Tyler, let's help you out. You need some help directing and producing and writing. Fuck, he's like, fuck y'all. I own the biggest studio in the world. Yeah. He owns the biggest property studio.
I like certain things about it, about what he does, but I feel like there's a way to improve upon it. Like, you know, like I can
That's everybody.
You know, I could put something that he does into me, and then I'm like, but I would do this differently.
Oh, whoa.
Not that. Not pause. But I would not keep everything in the house. I get you wanting to do it on your own. You want to do it, but I feel like you need help. Like, because I think Tyler Perry's quality of his films and stuff like that is just like, it's trash. It used to be cool.
I was gonna say it's crazy because his old shit used to be really good.
Like, it used to be good.
Like, I still to this day will go back and watch some of it.
I could watch it and see that one man is trying to do it all. Like,
that's because his ass had that what was the company that was giving him
Lionsgate?
Money? Lionsgate. He had that Lionsgate money.
Yeah.
It ain't Lionsgate no more.
Yeah, he was. He was keeping Lionsgate alive. I ain't gonna lie.
Now his next movie, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a military movie. That shit looks good.
We'll see.
Kerry Washington is in it.
Oh, I love Kerry Washington. Right. Okay.
Kerry, I haven't seen Kerry in a bad project, so I trust him.
Kerry's amazing. Kerry's amazing. Okay, I have another question that I want to ask you guys. What are your thoughts on companies owning everything? Like, for example, Disney. You know how they got Marvel. They bought Fox. They bought all these different companies and everything. Disney owns so much stuff. What are your thoughts of, like, on the creative side? You know, just one company having creative control of everything. Like, you know, because my thinking with it is, I just don't see, like, especially with superhero stuff, like, it could be so many different creative ways you do things, but I'm only getting the same, like the Marvel formula, for example. Like, every Marvel movie feels the same. It feels like the same type of humor. It feels like the same type of thing. But if you had it all spread out with all these different creatives, it could be so much different. Like, I could see other people's vision of how they would do that, how they would do different comedy, how they would do, you know, like, I just feel like when studios own everything, we miss out on the creativity we can see with other artists owning it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you guys get what I'm saying? What are your thoughts
on
that?
I get what you're saying. I think there's the pros and the cons. Like, some of the pros are I feel like when everything wasn't under one roof, it was harder to get certain things done because, like, this company might own the rights to this person, this company owns the right to this villain, this company owns the right to this hero, and, like, maybe they're in a group and you can't do a group movie because, you know, different companies own shit. So I feel like now everything being essentially under one umbrella, it's easier to tell stories and shit, like more comic accurate stories and shit. But The cons, I think, it takes away as creatives like our leverage because it's easier to have a bidding war if there's 5 companies versus if there's 2 companies. You know what I mean? Or it's easier to get more money in a sense like that. Like if I'm negotiating with 5 niggas versus 2. But and another reason I think another one of the pros is when it's a company like Disney where there are a lot of limitations on the things they could do because of their audience and shit. It kind of like it's bad for the rest of the shit. Yeah, like if another company owned Marvel, I would be more happy about it versus Disney because, like, with Disney, they're trying to appease
kid friendly,
kids friendly, family friendly, and it's like that shit is cool. But like sometimes you want to see a rated R superhero film, or you might want to see this type of film or this type of film from this character. Because like even though superheroes in comic books it has this like stereotype around it, it's really like a limitless genre of like so many kinds of stories you can tell.
So much with
like
it.
I could do a horror movie based off of this villain or hero, or I could do like a drama or like a murder mystery,
And that's like my gripe with it. But Cam, you want to touch on it?
I'm just legit thinking. I'm listening to y'all. I'm trying to see where I want to go with it.
Well, yeah.
I have a couple things because one, everything you just said, Jew, is 100% correct. The bidding war thing and the edge, right? I do think Deadpool just did Disney a huge favor, though. Deadpool being rated R and making all the money it did. If they are smart, if they're smart, they'll say, you know what? We don't have to play it careful. Let's really show our backs going forward.
Let's tote the line a little bit. Let's push the limit.
You can do it. And show that it worked. But also the other thing that I saw that I thought about, it is hard having things under one umbrella because I read an article yesterday. I don't know if I sent it to y'all or not. The reason, what's the next Spider-Verse? Is it Across the Spider-Verse? Beyond the Spider-Verse?
The reason it's getting pushed back.
The reason why it's getting pushed back, Drew, I don't know if you saw it. I'm pretty sure IT did.
Yeah.
The reason why they've been bullshitting it is because they don't want it to come out at the same time as the next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
It's so dumb.
So they don't want it to compete with it.
It's so
it makes sense.
But I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't. You can put one out in January and one out in the summer or the fall.
I think they could. And
no, honestly, too, I don't think even if they don't want it to come out at the same time, they could still get it done.
Yeah, but my thing, that's what I'm saying. But my thing is they're gonna scrap a whole script, a whole idea that was already made, just so you can get Spider-Man 4 out, which makes no sense. Keep the idea, keep the whole thing, make it like you said, and hold it, shelve it until you put out Spider-Man 4. Or you could have been had this getting ready, and it could have dropped next year, and then Spider-Man 4 comes out 2026 like you playing. Like they just
I don't think they should even be prioritizing Spider-Man 4 over.
I don't think they should either. Like
the Spideyverse, because
no, but my thing, you know how they love live action.
Yeah, no, they do. But in my head, I'm like, am I tripping? Or the Spideyverse make damn near the same amount of money or more?
It didn't even make close.
It didn't make. It didn't make close.
No.
Then Spider-Man
No Way Home made.
Oh wait, no, you're right. No Way
Home.
What about the one before that?
Actually, no. I'm sorry.
Made like $1 billion too. Like every.
But no, I'm saying
Spideyverse didn't make $1 billion.
Huh? Yeah, $1 billion.
No, here's the thing.
Spider-Verse didn't make $1 billion.
No, damn. The first one made about 400 or 500 million.
But it made a lot. It made a lot.
What it did was against its budget.
Yeah.
It probably grossed the same money.
Because the first one, first one's budget was like not even that high. The second one's budget was crazy though. The second one's
the second movie probably made 600 or 700, which is still a lot of money because they don't have $200 million budgets.
But yeah, like you're saying, Sony owning.
Okay, well I was wrong about that. My bad.
But it's still like Sony owning.
The gross is similar.
Sony owning Spider-Man is robbing us of so much different creative things we get with Spider-Man.
I'm not going to say Sony owning them is robbing them.
No, it's
Sony, and the only negotiator is Disney.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's the problem. Where it's like, because Sony can be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to Universal with this Spider-Man thing. But they can't do it.
I'm saying Sony won't even allow Marvel to use villains that they already are using. So that's like, who's to say they won't do that if they were negotiating with somebody else? Like, it's just, and I think the whole Spider-Man gatekeeping thing is stupid anyway, because you showed us we could have multiple Spider-Man. So why not?
This is what happened.
I mean that's Marvel's fault.
If Sony could
selling off like the way they were selling off their characters and shit.
Well, it was that or die.
They had nothing but to like they had to. They had to.
So, but what I'm saying is the whole thing about them holding villains hostage, that can be the fact that they have no leverage. So that's the only thing they can do to get leverage is to put these villains, hold them for ransom. If they could negotiate with a Universal or somebody like money, that.
Though. That's what I'm saying. Why they're doing it?
But that's what I'm saying though.
Because they want to make a multiverse movie because they know that's what made the billions.
But if they can get deals that they wanted to from other companies, they can tell Marvel, hey, like what Marlon did with White Chicks. Marlon told Miramax, hey, you can give us this money, or I'm gonna take White Chicks wherever the hell I want to take it. And they didn't give him what he wanted, so he went. I forgot the company he said he went to, but he ended up going there, and they made so much fucking money.
And my thing
because of the Disney ties, you cannot do that.
And my thing from a creative, I get it. My thing from a creative standpoint, I'd rather them go and be able to do it with other people because I'm sick of what we're getting. Not sick of what we're getting because we're getting some good stuff, but like I feel like it's very limited of what we're getting. You know, like I feel like you're so
I'm not going to blame Disney Spider-Man. For that, bro. I'm not going to fully blame them for that because I'm going to tell you.
I blame Sony. Right.
Well, not even just Spider-Man, but I mean like Marvel as a whole. I'm not even going to blame Disney for that, even though they did make it lighter. The directors who know how to throw their weight around make their movies. The Russos make the movies they want to make. Ryan Coogler makes the movies he want to make. James Gunn makes the movies he want to make.
But that's people who's established. Like
what it is too is you got a bunch of people.
They ain't put no rookies in Marvel.
No,
the Russos were not the Russos before Marvel.
It's a lot of people though now that are just in it for the check because they know
that's what it is.
Marvel bag,
Taika,
you know?
And they'll listen to whatever they telling you to do.
Yeah, and they're getting their movie ideas off the internet, and they're not really reading the comics, and they're not, you know what I mean? But it's like if Marvel comes, it's kind of like because even sometimes I hear actors say it. It's like, oh, I would never do a Marvel movie, but it's like, but the bag,
and when that money come.
That money different, you know, that Marvel money different to where it's like shit. I might not fuck with it. I don't care about it at all, but I'm gonna do it, you know. And shit ends up sucking because of shit like that.
I'm sorry. One of the last things I have with the Disney thing before I let you guys do what you want to do with that. Do either of you have cable TV or around you any type of cable?
Yeah, around me.
I think I do.
At
yeah.
work.
So because we're talking about Disney. Disney just pulled the biggest weight thrown around that you can pull
with DirecTV.
They pulled all of their channels from DirecTV. So that's every Disney channel. That's every ESPN channel. That's ABC.
And this is where I'm talking about.
DirecTV didn't want to pay them their money for the deal because they're like, we're Disney. We're going to get our money regardless. DirecTV is like, well, cable is kind of dying. And people aren't buying cable as much, so you should bring your number down so we can still. Disney said, "Kiss my ass." We're either gonna take it away or you can pay it.
Cable's dying, but ain't nobody buying your cable if Disney, ESPN, and ABC is not on there.
Cable's dead.
No,
but I'm saying it's dead. But the people who are buying cable still, they're not buying it if that's just.
The reason why I have DirecTV is solely to watch live sports and to record games for when I'm not at home.
Facts.
That is the only. I don't watch my TV shows on direct. I watch streaming, but for my basketball, football, red zone, all that stuff, that's through the DirecTV. Like y'all know, I work at AT&T. Customers then came back with their boxes. Take this shit. Yeah. What I'm gonna do with this?
My thing about the streaming,
I'm like, what I'm gonna do with it?
Streaming is a worse cable. It feels like because there's so many different streaming services and everything.
Yeah,
I'm paying all these all these.
But its essence, at its core, it was a better idea. But the greedy companies have made it to where it's worse than cable.
It was a good idea when it wasn't so many different streaming services.
Yeah.
Like now we got
if everything was under one roof, it would be better. But that's what I mean by it depends. Because like if all the shows were under one streaming service, it would be better. But it is like the fact you said, you got to get like 20 different
balance
services.
Of it would have been like. Let's say we have
Mr. Walt Disney,
and maybe
Mr. Walt Disney. I am not dissing your conglomerate.
Netflix and Prime Video, and we still have
available for hire.
We still had cable. You know, I feel like that is the right But everybody just decided, let me start streaming. We got YouTube TV now.
You know what's crazy too about streaming? Companies will have streaming services, and their shows will be on other streaming services. Like it's a bunch of HBO shows on Netflix, and I'm like, nigga,
because they're partnering up, bro. We're going to look up. We're going to look up, and the streaming networks is going to look like the Big Ten.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's just going to turn back to cable. That's the crazy part. Internet cable.
It already is. That's the thing. Like we got these streaming services playing games. I'm watching football games on Peacock.
Attention streamers. Attention Disney. Attention all of y'all. I am not dissing y'all. The last thing I need is
I'm not dissing y'all. I'm just talking about.
I need some work, streamers.
I'm talking about where it is.
The way we consume entertainment nowadays is just changing.
I'm just saying everybody is trying to be the same. Everybody's trying to be the same. Everybody's trying to compete with each other. Disney Plus trying to compete with Netflix.
It would be better, like you were saying, if it was kind of like the music shit. There's like only 3 options. 4
streaming services, and you can you can choose cable.
Just wait until Disney fuck around and buy Sony.
I don't think they're gonna be able to though.
Sony better not let.
Even when they bought Fox, they had to sell a bunch of like shit because like it was getting to be illegal.
I think it should be illegal to own this much
stuff. It's illegal to be a monopoly. Disney, they're not a monopoly.
Disney doesn't fully own Fox.
Yeah, they have to sell some shit, right?
No,
they own. No,
Fox.
They don't fully own it because DirecTV still has the Fox networks. They own 20th Century Fox, which is their movie development department.
Okay.
So they can buy a division of Sony. Because of course you can't buy Sony Music, you can't buy PlayStation. You probably can't even buy TriStar. But if you buy TriStar and Sony Films, just wait till Bad Boys 5 is on Disney.
I'm so against.
If Disney's gonna do that, I feel like they have to create a more adult.
You gotta branch it out. Yeah, Disney. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
you have to make your own Adult Swim or something, or
there you go.
Nick at Night type shit. Like you have to get into that. You have to,
and you have to like. It's just it's gonna lack creativity, bro.
Disney.
Like that's what I'm saying. Everything's
Disney
gonna be
Uncut. Disney Uncut. Let's see what Minnie Mouse is working with.
Hey, Disney Uncut at night.
Come on,
you know Disney's not gonna do that. You know they're not.
Hell no, fuck no.
They will never in life do that.
But I mean,
if Nickelodeon was crazy.
If Nickelodeon could get away with Nick at Night, I think Disney could like test the boundaries a little bit.
Nickelodeon was doing to their kids.
Okay, relax. I'm just saying, saying if a kid's network can get away with putting on adult content at night, I think Disney should look into that.
Disney,
just make a separate channel.
Disney is so stuck in their ways.
You're going too far now.
I'm just not for
Disney
it.
is definitely stuck in their ways.
I'm just not for it.